Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Hi, my name is Rosey, and thank you so much for taking a moment out of your busy day to spend a few moments with me. I really appreciate it. So in today's video, I thought that we could make a couple of pennant flags. I have a couple of gifts that I want to give out, and I thought making these little pennant flags to put inside the gift bag would look just so cute. I love making these for all different occasions. So let me go ahead and show you what all I have. Okay, so I created this in Cricut Design Space. I did not use an SVG. I just kind of winged it and just did it on my own. Let's see here, push this off to the side. So let me show you the different pieces that we're going to be working with right now. So I have a long skewer. I just bought this at the grocery store, just a long skewer. And then we have our base piece, which is going to be the base. And then I have this one that is inset just a little bit. So you can see a little bit of the pink going all the way around. Then we're going to have our height building layers. So I just created this using the, instead of offset, I used the inset feature. And I just created 4 or 5 layers to give it some depth. And then I cut myself a piece of acetate, and then of course the top piece. And then we're going to have a really pretty shaker. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? Okay, so let's see. Oh, the only other thing that I want to mention is that I'm going to be making these 2 pennant flags, and the only thing I did was I just switched them out. So on this one, the butterfly's in the bottom, plaid on top. On the other one, the butterfly's going to be on top and the plaid's going to be on the bottom. So there is that. All right, I've got my glue gun all heated up, so let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing that we're going to do is let's go ahead and just put down our scrapbook paper on our pennant flag, just like that. Okay, now you can use double-sided tape, a tape runner, glue stick, whatever you want. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just use a glue stick for this part here. See, I've got all these glue sticks that I need to use up, and they work just as well. So let's see, oops, okay. And then let's go ahead and just place it down. Then, okay, let me just move this up just a little bit. Let's see. Okay. All right, I'm just going to bring in my bone folder just to make sure that I'm pressing that down really well. Okay, so there is that. I'm going to go ahead and just cut off. You can see there I've got just a little bit of the scrapbook paper showing on the other side. Okay, now that we have this part all done, let's go ahead and just start to put all of our height building layers together. So for that, I'm just going to use my Reptile glue. Now, of course, you can use any adhesive that you want. I am just using this one because I like that it gives me a little bit of time so that I can maneuver this into place should I need it, as opposed to if I'm using tape, it's kind of stuck once you put it down, and it's just a little bit more difficult to put it into place. Okay, so let's see here. I'm just kind of doing that, like that. Okay, move this out of the way. Okay, let's go ahead and do the next layer. Okay. that, and then do the opposite side. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, now that I have all of my layers all put together, now let's go ahead and let's just add this to our base. Let me bring you in just a little bit closer. Okay, so now we're a little bit closer. So I'm just going to attach this to our base. So I'll go ahead and once again, I'm going to use my reptile glue, but you can use whatever adhesive you want. You just want to make sure that whatever you use is strong enough so that it's going to hold in place and your shaker bits are not going to fall underneath. Okay, so let's make sure that we've got this nice and layered up. Now it's time to go ahead and create my little shaker mix. So I've got my little cup here, I've got my little plastic spoon, and let's see, I'm just going to start creating. Now that I have my shaker mix all created, I'm just going to push this off to the side for a moment. And let's move this out of the way. Now let's go ahead and work on the acetate portion. Now you can attach your acetate to your scrapbook paper any which way. I've done it just about every way possible. The only thing is every once in a while, if I use wet glue, I notice that it tends to kind of separate, which is so annoying, especially if you're making it as a gift. You don't want to do that. So instead, I think today I'm just going to go ahead and use my glue gun. So I'm going to go ahead and just quickly just add this together. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's go ahead and do it all the way around. Now that all of our pieces are basically put all together, now we're just going to go ahead and add our shaker mix. Let's see, I got something on this thing here. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to move this just for a second, and let's mix up. Okay, so let's go ahead and just kind of spread this out, and I'm also going to make sure that my hearts are all going in the right direction. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and use my glue gun, and we're going to go work our way all the way around. So let's see, just double checking that it looks like it's the right size. Okay. Okay, so now that I have both of my pennants somewhat done as far as these shakers, look at how cute they came out. Okay, so now that we have these two, the next part is before we go and decorate these, we need to still add the stick and a couple of other embellishments. So I'm going to move some things out of the way. And first things first, let's go ahead and attach our skewer sticks. So let me bring over these. I'm going to push these off just a second. And I'm just going to kind of lay out what I'm thinking. Now on these skewer sticks, you got one flat side, one piece that you can stick the meat on that's more like skewered. So that's going to be on the top, because what I did was I went ahead and I picked out two different pom-poms. So I've got that. I thought yellow might look really pretty. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add the pom-pom to the top of the skewer, and then we will add this. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, how I want to get that done. So let me move this over a little bit. I'm going to bring over my glue gun. Okay, and I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue to the tip here. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and we'll just, and we'll go ahead and just skewer it in. And then that's going to hold the pom-pom in place. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, let's go ahead and do the next one. So again, we're adding some glue. There we go. Let's keep twisting it and then in. There we go, and just kind of hold it in place. Just let it set. Beautiful. Okay, so now we have our two pom-poms put on. Let me just see here. Oh, it looks like there's a little bit coming up right here. So I am going to go ahead and just seal that up better. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and we are going to place this on the stick. So now you can do this a few different ways. You can just place hot glue right on here and you can attach it that way. You can make a little belt loop and do it like that, or you can kind of roll it and then put it on. Now the only thing is that you might have to do some cutting afterwards. I think, let's see, I think for this one, I'm just going to attach glue on the underside here and then kind of wrap it around. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and add my hot glue, make sure there's enough on there. And then just place that down. I'm just lifting it up, just not really to hold it in place, just to kind of give it that form around the stick. That's all. Okay, so there's that. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and cut this down just a little bit, and then I'm going to angle cut. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and remove some of this like that. Now I'm going to add some glue, and then I'll just close it up like that. So we're going to add some more. Okay, and then close it up. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's on there. Now the only other thing that I would do is I would go ahead and just trim it, because you can see a little bit of the pink right there on the opposite side. It's not a big deal, but just to keep it a little bit more trimmed, I'm going to just remove that. Move a little bit here. So you can see how much I cut. It was just a tiny, tiny little sliver. Okay. All right, so there is that one. And now I left a little bit of room here because I want to add some different ribbons so they can be hanging down. So that's kind of my thought process. Okay, one of the things that I like to do whenever I work with a new paper pad, this is somewhat new. I got it at Stamp and Scrapbook Expo last year. This one is by Simple Stories and it's called Heart Eyes. So that's the paper pad that I'm using. Now typically what I do is I'm doing whatever project I'm doing, but then I try to always take like a few pages and make some bows, make some rosettes, make some different embellishments and kind of keep it with this so that next time I go to pull this particular paper pad, I have some additional embellishments that I can use, and I keep it with all the other pieces that I have. So in saying that, I do have a little bin here of just some things I just fussy cut out, these hearts. Oh my goodness, yes. All right, let's see what we have here and what we can use. So I've got some flowers that I can tailor. Now, typically you'll notice that I don't finish them all the way because I like to wait until I'm doing my project and then I can add pieces of my project to the flower to kind of make them all look together, cohesive. So I don't think I want anything that big. I think these little flowers might be good. Too small. Let's see here. We have the word dream. I don't want this in this project. Okay, so we have, just flipping everything over just to kind of see what I have. All right, let's see here. No, we don't need this one. Okay, so I've got quite a bit of little things. So what I'm immediately thinking of is that I want to place something here. So I have a bunch of ribbon that's cut and I will have it dangling from the flag. But I also want to place something here. So, yeah, although I like that flower, I don't think that's going to work. Oh, but these bows. Okay, these bows will work. And then what I can do is I can either use some of these flowers. Okay, these flowers are the perfect size, actually. I can add some flowers to the middle. Or I can use, let me see, where are they? Some chipboard stickers. And I can add those to the middle as well. So I have a few different options. I really want to use these hearts because they're just so cute. Let me see here. If I was to do this, just kind of thinking out loud here, I think the hearts are going to be too big. Okay, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to work on placing my ribbon on, and then we'll work on doing the bow and the little flower, and then we'll see kind of what's needed after that. So let's go ahead and let's see. Let's do our bow. So I've got my bow here. I'm just going to add some glue and we'll add our little flower to the middle. I decided on doing the flower instead of using a chipboard sticker, and I might still use the chipboard sticker somewhere in this area, maybe to give it a little cluster look. I'm still kind of thinking about it, so I think that'll look really pretty right like that. Okay, I'll add a lot of glue so that it does not fall off either in transit or as the recipient takes it out to look at it. Okay. Oh, that looks so pretty. Oh, and the shaker is perfect. I love it. Okay, now what I'm thinking is I have this here, and I love this pom-pom trim. Now, I was going to use it with the other trim samples that I'm giving them, but the only thing is that it's really hard to kind of make it work, if that makes sense. Well, actually, let me see. So what I did on this one, let me just show you. On this one, I just added the pom-pom to the stick so that you have the pom-pom going all the way down, and that looks really, really pretty when you look at it this way. Or, let's see, if I was to, I would have to cut a few of these off. Should I try it? Well, it can't hurt, right? Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to snip, because I can't, let me see, where's my scissors? I can't tie it in a bow if there's pom-poms right there, so I'm going to take off 2 of them. And then that way, that area where there's now no longer any pom-pom, that's where I'm going to turn it around. So let's see if this works okay. Should have did it before I did my bow, but we will just see how this works. So I'm just kind of tucking it in, tucking it behind. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's see, do I? Yeah, I guess I should. First, let me trim this down a little bit, like that. And then, let me see how I can tie this. If I don't tie it, then it'll be okay, because I do have, wait a minute, 1 second. I'm trying to concentrate on this. Let's see. Wait, how am I doing this? Like that? Okay, like that. Like that. Okay, these have to go through. That's what I was saying. To tie this in a bow is, in a knot, is really, really difficult because of the pom-poms. You know what? I'm not even going to stress. I'm not even going to tie it. Let me untie it, because I just think it creates way more hassle than we need to make it, right? We want it to be fun, easy. We don't want to have to do all this, all this other stuff. But you know what? It works out perfectly if you add your bow and flower and your pom-pom first. You can tuck it in between everything and it'll hold because it's right there. Now, something else you can do is I have these clear plastic, let's see here, clear plastic hair ties. Got them from the Dollar Tree. I love using these. I use them for just about everything. I'll just tie one on and there we go. Now it's part of my trim sample. Oh, I like that. I like that too. Okay, I'm going to trim this off. Okay, let's see what else. I'm going to go ahead and just throw these away because I don't think I need it. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw it away. And there we go. So now we have our 2 pennant flags, where one we have our trim going all the way down. Love that. And then on the other one, we just have the trim sample with all the other trims. And then my hope for this gift, even though it's just kind of like a little add-in gift, is that they can undo this and they can have all this trim to work with. So there's that. Let's see, I guess now I have to decide whether or not I want to use some die cuts, ephemera, cardstock sticker, and chipboard stickers to further decorate this. So let me give that a think and then I'll be right back. Okay, so what I did was I went through some of my die cuts. I didn't find anything that I really wanted to use in this pack here, so I ventured out a little bit and I went to Rosey's studio section and I was able to pull a couple of things. So here's what I'm gonna do. Let's see. I'm gonna move this a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in the first one. So I picked out a few of these little gold leaves and just a little tag, and I'm thinking that I'll just do something just very, very simple, kind of like that, and maybe tuck it underneath. So that's what I'm thinking. And then I have this little bow that I can use as well. I found this little set and I'm like, you know what? Let's start using some of these things up. So let's see here. At first I'm thinking that I want to kind of tuck this in like that. Let me move this up just a little bit. And then perhaps maybe tuck in some of these leaves. I think that might be good. Okay, let's start off with tucking this on the inside. I'm not going to use my, oh, let's see. You know what? I better use my glue gun for this part. Okay, I just added a little bit. Let's go ahead and lift this up. Okay, and push that down. Okay. Okay, next we'll go ahead and we will just start to add some of these. Let's see, I'm not sure if I want to do 1 or 2. I think I want to do 2. Okay, so I'm going to add just a little bit of glue. Okay, let's see here. Like that. Okay, and then I'm going to add a little bit on this one. Okay, lift it up just a little bit. Like that. Okay, oh, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Okay, I really, really like that. Now, for a bow, where could I add? That might look good there. Okay, I'm going to add just a little bit of glue. I'm using hot glue because I want it to stay on. And we will add that little one there. Okay, make sure it's set. Oh, that looks so pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's that one. Let's go ahead and finish up this one. So again, I'm going to use pretty much the same formula. So I'm going to go ahead and add some glue. Pick this up, tack it down underneath. Okay, and this one, I guess I only have one. Maybe I only saw one that I wanted to use. So let's go ahead, add some glue to this as well. Pick it up like that. Okay. Okay. And then let's add a little bow. Let's see here. Where do I want to put this one? Probably in the same spot, right? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's see. Oops. There we go. Okay, that looks sweet. Okay, and I only have one left, so that's good. I'll go ahead and I'll put this back with the other ones, and hopefully I can use that one up right quick. Okay, so there we have our little pennant flags. These are absolutely adorable. Again, this just adds to a gift. Pop it inside of a gift bag. You'll see all this fun stuff coming out from the gift bag. How sweet is that? And they shake and jiggle. Oh, I absolutely love it. And then again, if they wanted to, they could take this ribbon off and they can use all of this trim itself. Oh my goodness, so sweet. All right guys, well that's all I have for you today. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you have, guys, thank you so much. Your support goes an awful long way in helping my channel out. All right friends, until the next time, stay safe, be kind, and keep it creative.